Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar. So this package I got in the mail said eBay on it, and I was a little confused because when I shook it, I was like, it sounds like Lego, but when I go to eBay, I'm like, I don't have anything that should be rattling like that coming. So I opened it, and then I'm like, oh, this isn't an eBay item. This is a Mercari item. And so I just wanted to take a moment to. This video is not sponsored by Mercari, but I just realized that in Mercari, there's a link I can share that if you sign up to sell or do something with it, you can get some kind of discount too. So I'll put that in the description of the video. Again, not sponsored by Mercari, but if you wanted to try it out, please use the link. You get a little bit of something, I get a little bit of something. It can help, but yeah, it'll be in the description. I do like looking on Mercari, but I'll tell you right up front the thing I don't like about Mercari is that as a buyer, they pass the fees along to you. As a seller, it's great because they took the fees away from the sellers and they gave them to the buyer. So this item I think was $16, and after fees it was like 20. So it was a little disappointing that they, in addition to fees and uh, shipping, it makes it's never whatever you see that price, buy it now price. It's never that. But anyway, this came from Mercari. Seller did a great job packing it. And we're going to talk about something that's rare. Almost as rare as my Bullwinkle shirt. Anybody remember Rocky and Bullwinkle? This is also a Taco Bell shirt. Um, Taco Bell got me through the 90s. As a person who didn't make a lot of money, I was able to get meals from Taco Bell. So, anyway, this is a sealed Duplo item. I want to thank BJ Green, who sent me a message one day on Instagram, and he had found this set and he couldn't find it. He found it. I forget where he said he found it, but he couldn't find it on the databases like Bricklink and Brickset, two of the biggest Lego databases out there. I couldn't either. So I wanted to get more information on it, and of course, there are still a lot of sets that aren't on Bricklink, and that doesn't or Brickset, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're rare. It just means nobody's taken the time to do it. And a lot of times, it's little sets like this that only weird people like me care about. So, I want to thank BJ because in bringing this to my attention, I was trying to find the answer to his question, and when I searched this set number, it's 2316 is the set number. When you search that, if you search Lego 2316, usually that's how I search items on Google. It pulled up it was almost all of the results were the Starry Night Lego set because it has 2,316 pieces. And so then I typed Duplo 2316, which is probably what I should have started with, and it pulled up this listing on Mercari. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy. If it had been like $25, I wouldn't have bought it, but I said, I'll buy it. So it basically, it has these kind of pieces, right? So this is not the official set. This is a replica of it, and there's a big difference on this. It's the 2x2 yellow brick is I can't find a vintage one. So this is a more modern brick, and so it has that little white dot in the pupil of the eye, whereas the older brick doesn't. I have an older similar brick, but it's the rounded top, and it doesn't have that white dot. So this is older. This rounded piece, I remember that in the 70s. They did that. And this is from 1988, this set. So, yes, this is a rare set in the sense that it's not on Brickset, not on Bricklink, but it was in my Lego Collector's Guide. So on page 229, I think, of the Lego's Collector's Guide, there is this set in there. And it's listed with 6 bricks, which in the Lego Collector's Guide means that they view it as rare. Um, Again, rare doesn't mean people want it. I did want it. So it's a pretty neat little set. On the back, it shows you the alternate builds, which are, I think, a snail and a fish. I think it's a fish and a snail. And I want to say this is like a puppy, something like that. I don't know what the official name is of it. And I would like to open it, but it's literally like there's 6 Duplo pieces, so that's $4 maybe worth of parts today. The sticker on this said $2.49, marked down to $1.49 back in 1988 or 89. Actually, this set would have been available up until 1992 in stores. A preschool set, 6 pieces. But yeah, so if I open it, it's not going to be worth very much. But one thing I'd like to point out, though, and it's amazing how I can find a lot to talk about with a 6-piece Duplo set that nobody cares about. These are things I think about that maybe you don't think about. But oh look, there's another build on the side, and on that side. What is that? I don't know what that is. But so the parts in here are going to be from this era. When I pieced together my version of it, I used what I found in my Duplo collection, and some of them say Duplo in the studs, and some, I know you can't see it, but inside the studs it'll either say Lego or Duplo. And so I wonder, I imagine with this set they probably said Duplo from this era, but I'm not 100% sure, and the only way to find out is to open it. Also, just because the picture shows the brick without the pupil doesn't mean it didn't have it, I don't think. So the only way I could find the answers to these questions is to open it, and I don't want to open it. But if you want the answers to those questions, let me know in the comments below. But that was an interesting little find. I want, again, thanks to BJ for finding that for me. And I love these vintage Duplo boxes. I love the little Duplo rabbit rainbow. I have the Duplo rabbit up here on top of the Titanic. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this little plush puppet type rabbit. It's not a puppet, but it's a storage bag, I think. Yeah, so yeah, that's Mercari find. Again, if you want to support the channel and you want to try out Mercari, please use the link in the description below. Again, we're not sponsored. Nobody from Mercari has ever reached out to me. And do shop Mercari at your own risk. Keep in mind that it's like the Wild West. To me, it's like eBay back in the day. So I want to be just completely transparent and honest about that. Do check out your sellers before you buy from them. But the one thing they do that protects the buyers, and keep this in mind too if you buy, is I don't think they pay the seller until the buyer confirms that they've received it. But if you don't confirm that you received it, they automatically leave feedback in 3 days. So keep that in mind if you buy something. If you're going to be away from town, they're going to rate the seller if you don't do anything within 3 days. So I think it's there's some positives in there to that, but just keep that in mind. I kind of don't like it because sometimes I don't want to feel rushed, but I understand where they're coming from, and but I don't know, they'll use eBay tape on your box. Anyway, that's a rare Duplo set. I'm BrickTsar. This is Bullwinkle. I'll see you in the next video.